everyone, I'm Natalia Bilbao, and here's what's happening in LA this week. For over 30 years, Homeboy Industries has helped redirect people who have gone off course get back on track through training, health resources, and job opportunities. With the passing of Bill 731, they held an expungement clinic in partnership with the Community Investment Family Department. Take a look.
We're here today at Homeboy Industries to support their expungement clinic. The Community Investment for Families Department is proud to partner with Homeboy Industries to support the work that they're doing, especially now that Senate Bill 731 has passed, which allows for people who have prior convictions to have those convictions sealed. We've also were able to bring our partners from the Free Tax Prep LA Coalition to offer free tax preparation services so that people who are working have an opportunity to claim their hard-earned money. The Community Investment for Families Department, our mission is to break the cycle of generational poverty through the creation of community wealth. And this event represents an opportunity to create pathways to economic opportunity for the participants here at Homeboy Industries.
I've been here almost 12 months now. I was a life prisoner. I got out under Prop 57. I did 23 years. And the second month I was out, I came here, and it's been great for me ever since. It's a success for me. And it helps you in every way, as far as education, finding a job, finding a career, self-help, helping you better yourself, helping you understand trauma and how to deal with trauma. I'm gonna say this, the most impactful thing is when I walked in the door, it was people that I didn't even know that gave me a hug, and they welcomed me. From the lifestyle I come from, you're not used to that. You're not used to love, affection, and someone to say some kind words to you each and every day I come through the door.
It's all valuable for people that are here that come off the streets, because all we deal with right here that really work here are gang members, prisoners, and drug addicts that come out the streets where they weren't gonna be working anywhere else. So this place is doing a real good job in making Los Angeles a better place. When I first got here, there was gang members I didn't like because they did things to my friends, to my brothers, you know what I mean? They killed some of my friends, and I had a lot of vengeance. But as I started working here, I noticed that the only way to destroy your enemies is by making them your friends, you know? So we work side to side by each other. We learn to forget our differences on the street, and as you grow in your mind, in your mentality, you start to realize, hey, you know what? I was living the wrong life, you know, I'm a different person, and you start to show it here because this is a place of miracles. A lot of people that are right here are walking miracles. Homeboy Industries is the one that actually changed my way of thinking and my life.
It means the world, actually, because this is like the catapult to have you be a proper citizen. You know, some of us come from a lifestyle where we were used to breaking the rules, not following the rules. So this gives you a structure. You know, structure that a lot of us weren't used to. I went the wrong way. This brought me back, and it's working.
Did you know that the first Earth Day took place here in the USA on April 22nd of 1970? On this day, people organized events and activities to take care of Mother Earth. In Council District 10, different groups, neighbors, and organizations collaborated on cleanup and street beautification activities. Take a look.
For Earth Day, we're doing a community cleanup with South Robertson Neighborhood Council. This is an area that had been overtaken by folks using sidewalks and streets without sharing it with the community. What we did is collaborated with them, and we're doing a cleanup, we're doing some painting, we did a power wash, we helped people get services so that they didn't have to live on the street here, and we're really excited about the outcome of this hard work. We partnered with sanitation, with KYCC, Caltrans is even here doing some work on their part of the easements, and it's really exciting. The neighborhood has their shovels and gloves, and they're about to get to work.
Everyone would say there's a lot going on in the world, and it can feel hard to know what to do. And so this is something practical where you can get involved with your neighbors and get involved with the beautification of your community. It's really cool to see my neighbors out here, cool to see the LA Conservation Corps and some other groups just all participating in the same effort. It's nice to see faces, it's nice to see us putting in the effort to make our community beautiful. So this is really cool.
Earth Day is a day that we have to remind ourselves that we have to protect where we are. And so this is a reminder that we need to get out in the community, we need to clean up our trash, we need to clean up our beaches, we need to care about where we live.
I would encourage people to come out. I was myself a little bit nervous. You just never know what to expect, but showed up. They had coffee, water, some materials for us. There are nice spaces here. It's not as intimidating as you think, and it's a way to get involved. So I definitely recommend people come out and get involved in their neighborhood.
We need to take care of where we live. That's what the Earth Day reminder is.
If you want to participate in future cleanup and beautification activities in CD10, visit councildistrict10.lacity.gov. Permanent supportive housing helps people get off the streets, and affordable housing prevents people from becoming homeless. The UMEA Project in Little Tokyo, which recently celebrated its groundbreaking, was conceived with these two approaches in mind to combat the homelessness crisis.
So we're celebrating the groundbreaking of the UMEA Project. It's a 175-unit, 100% deeply affordable new construction project that we've been working on for the last 4 years.
So this is the intersection of Little Tokyo over there and Skid Row. And this is what was the Umeya Rice Cracker Factory, which is a historic 100-year-old business in Little Tokyo that, had to close in 2017. The family was gracious enough to approach us. They said, well, we assume you want to build affordable housing. We said yes. And so we were able to, then repurpose this building or this site for 175 units of affordable housing, half of which will be permanent supportive housing units for homeless folks. And the other half is just affordable housing for low-income families.
So there will be on-site wraparound services, so intensive case management services, referrals, whatever people need, it will be available to them on the site. We'll also hope to have some community nonprofits occupy the space. There'll be a mural, and we really hope this will be a community hub.
The homelessness crisis affects everybody in the city, everybody, right? It's in every neighborhood, and so it's a situation where the emergency declaration by the mayor was so appropriate because it's a human disaster. Projects like this are actually successfully moving people off the street into housing. Something like 210 a day on average are moved into housing. The problem is 230 people are falling into homelessness that same day, right? And so we have to both be able to have permanent supportive housing to bring people off the streets, but we have to have more affordable housing in general to be able to prevent people from falling into homelessness.
Shelter and adequate housing is a necessity that many Angelenos aren't able to consistently fulfill. The LA City Hall recently had tenants and city representatives like Councilmember Hugo Soto Martinez gather at its doors to promote alternative methods of protection like the creation of social housing. Take a look.
Today is Tenants Day, and so we want to highlight one of the biggest victories we had in Measure ULA, and that's social housing, or what I like to call permanently affordable housing. And so we were sending the message to the city of Los Angeles that we want to build social housing, that it's something that's built on city land, that is built by the city, and it's also managed by the tenants who live there.
People need the alternative to be able to live in a co-op or live in affordable housing that's going to be permanent, that is not going to be expiring in 60 years, that people are going to have the security that they're going to have affordable housing forever.
Yo soy una inquilina que rento y que en la plena pandemia fui desalojada. Estoy aquí porque creo que la vivienda es un derecho humano.
Measure ULA will bring in between $600 million and $1.1 billion. A portion of that will be used specifically for social housing. So not only do we have the idea, but we will also have the money to be able to make this happen.
We think that one of the biggest advantages that we have here today is the certainty that these massive local ongoing funds will have for the people who build affordable housing to build out their pipeline, to to have confidence when it comes to site acquisition.
If we look at the many issues that we have in the city, the lack of affordable housing, skyrocketing rents, people entering into homelessness, we really need to shift around what housing looks like. And so we're saying empowering residents, allowing the city to be part of that process is one way we move forward that can be a lot more equitable.
The LADWP registers a record snowpack from the past winter. Mayor Bass releases the proposed Los Angeles city budget, and former LA City Mayor Richard Riordan passes away. These stories up next on City Beat.
After completing snow surveys for winter 2022 to 23, the Los Angeles Department of Water and Power announced a record snowpack of 296% above normal. Each year, LADWP conducts snow surveys from February to April at 5 snow courses where snowmelt feeds into the LA Aqueduct, which delivers water to Los Angeles. While the improved water supply is a shift from prior drought conditions, a changing climate continues to make water management a challenge. LADWP is asking Angelenos to keep up their water-saving efforts, noting that 2022 saw a 30% reduction of water use per person. Rebates were enhanced last year with programs such as free water-efficient devices, turf transformation, and appliances being prioritized. For a complete list of water conservation and energy-efficient rebates, visit ladwp.com/save. Mayor Karen Bass released her first proposed city budget, which includes nearly $1.3 billion to build housing and confront the homeless crisis.
This budget is a reflection of our values and invests in the most critical needs of the city. This is a bold budget, and it is a responsible budget.
The budget also includes initiatives to improve public safety, such as hiring 780 new police officers and activation of 200 recently retired officers. Community investments to address poverty and income inequality sets aside $5 million to continue refurbishment of child care centers.
This budget charts a course to a new Los Angeles, one that is stronger, healthier, happier, and safer.
For a more in-depth look at the budget and to keep up to date on the work of the mayor's office, go to mayor.lacity.gov. Richard Riordan, venture capitalist and former mayor of Los Angeles from 1993 to 2001, has passed away at age 92. During his time in office, Riordan faced the challenges of rebuilding the city after the 1992 LA riots and then the Northridge earthquake. Council President Paul Krikorian stated, "Richard Riordan led a momentous life and left an indelible mark on our city." Riordan's impact is clearly visible in downtown LA, where he presided over the restoration of City Hall and the completion of Disney Concert Hall. Mayor Richard Riordan loved Los Angeles and devoted so much of himself to bettering our city, Mayor Karen Bass said in a statement. Riordan passed peacefully at his home, surrounded by his wife, family, friends, and beloved pet dogs.
After the sudden loss of Officer Valdemar Jerry Sandoval, his Los Angeles Police Department family wanted to honor him and help his loved ones with a Central Division fundraiser. Channel 35 was there to hear the words of admiration that all his friends and colleagues of the LAPD community had to share.
The reason why we're here is, as the news and the community knows, Central Division lost one of our best officers, Jerry Sandoval, in a tragic accident Saturday morning. Moving forward, today we are having a fundraiser, and with that fundraiser, it's to show honor on behalf of Jerry for his wife, his 2 4-year-old twin boys, and his mom and his family.
This morning is an opportunity for the Central family, for all of LAPD to come together and support this family. Christine, those 2 little boys, tragic loss of Jerry just this last week, a man who lived to serve this city, a man who was a family man, who had a tremendous future. And to lose him so tragically in this collision, it hurts us all. Today's an opportunity for us to come together, though, show that love and support for him and for his family.
Jerry was an amazing person. He was probably one of the hardest workers at Central Division. So it hit us very hard when we heard the news. Our officers, our commands, even the community members reached out, and it hurt us. It was a big tragic loss to not only the family, but the central division as well.
The message to this community is that Jerry represents thousands of men and women that wear this badge, that go out every day and do a difficult and at times thankless job, but they do it with the heart of service. And I'm proud of them, and I just ask the community to continue to support them, to acknowledge their work that they do, and recognize that they're here for them.
If you would like to help the family of Officer Sandoval, you can donate to the GoFundMe fundraiser organized by one of his close friends at gofundme.com. An often overlooked at-risk population, our seniors, need continuous expert assistance. At the LA Department of Aging, they are committed to providing the most valuable services and programs to improve the health and lifestyle quality of both seniors and their family caregivers. Check these out.
Our department, we are advocates for older adults and family caregivers. We have programs and services that are housed inside our multi-purpose senior centers. And our overall goal really is to improve the overall health and wellness, independence, quality of life for older adults, and also provide referrals to their caregivers as well. So our senior centers is really our hub of our programs and services. So within our senior centers, there's our case management program, information assistance. Let's say they got something in the mail that they don't understand or need help with filling out an application for a different program. Also, there's our home delivered meals, transportation, and then lastly, our congregate meals. So they can come to the center now that it's open and have meals. And also, every center has their own set of activities and classes.
CIFD, it's an acronym. It stands for the Senior Community Service Employment Program. It's a training program that helps them gain knowledge, skills, and abilities so that they can find regular employment. The requirements are that our seniors have to be 55 years or older, reside in the city of Los Angeles, currently be unemployed, and earn less than 120% of the poverty level.
A key component in improving the overall quality of life with older adults is their family caregivers. We have a component on our website specifically for family caregivers that they can submit inquiries, and we try to answer them as best as possible. Hey, I'm caring for mom. She has showing signs of Alzheimer's or dementia. What do I do? A lot of times they think of aging that our focus is just on older adults, and it's not. We also want to assist the family caregivers that take care of these older adults and make sure that they know that they're supported as well.
Los Angeles has a new Chief of Accountability and Oversight in the City Controller's Office. And joining us now to discuss his role as Accountability Chief is Sergio Perez. Thank you so much for being here, Sergio.
Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, so what are your responsibilities in this new role?
Well, it's not only a new role for me, but it's a new role for the city. My focus is on ensuring that the work that the Controller's Office does in its audits and reviews are in line with the interests of the Controller, Kenneth Mejia, and the people of Los Angeles.
What are the most pressing issues in terms of auditing?
Right now, we're really focusing in on public safety and homelessness. It's no secret to anybody that lives in this city that there is a homelessness crisis that exists on our streets. And so we're focusing on ensuring that we understand the investments the city is making on this and help the people of Los Angeles understand exactly what those investments are buying us. It's the same in public safety. We've launched a public audit on the use of helicopters by the LAPD, where we're hoping to help people understand exactly how much money, time, resources go into our helicopter fleet and what those investments are getting us.
What are some of the other areas that you'll be conducting reviews on?
We have a live review of the Los Angeles Animal Services Agency. We are assessing that agency from top to bottom, not only taking a look at the treatment of animals within the care of the Los Angeles Animal Services Agency, but also taking a look at the way that its human resources are being managed from volunteers and civil servants on up.
As part of your job, you oversee the controller's fraud, waste, and abuse hotline. I did not know that existed. So how do we get the word out, A, and B, what has been the response to it?
Yeah, that's right. It's a hotline that is available to anybody who believes that they have spotted fraud, waste, theft, abuse of any kind by not only city employees and staff, but also by those who receive money from the city. Often when the city enters into a contract with a vendor, there are certain commitments that need to be kept. And if those commitments are not being kept, we welcome those kinds of tips too.
So what has been the public's reaction to you and your position? Have you heard from members of the public?
Yeah, we are working steadily to hold community listening sessions. And it comes to no surprise to anybody who saw the campaign that Controller Mejia is very focused on ensuring that, that community co-governance and interaction is constant.
Sounds like you are busy. Your office is busy.
The team is very, very busy.
What's your hope that you take away from this position?
My hope is that when I'm done with this position and when the team is done at the Controller's office, we've built up an agency that is more responsive to the needs of every Los Angeles resident and that has a track record of a collaboration. I think folks want to see a city that works better and that works more effectively in their interests. And I am eager to leave behind a controller's office that is seen as an integral part of that.
Celebrate Latino culture at the Cinco de Mayo Fest. Attend the 52nd Bangladesh Independence Day Festival and Parade, or bring your kids to the DFS at the Koreatown Branch Library. All this up next on Things to Do.
The City of LA's Department of Rec and Parks invites you to Cinco de Mayo Fest at Pershing Square. This yearly tradition celebrates the freedom and the beauty of the Latino culture in Los Angeles. The one-day free festival is open to people 21 and over and will feature live entertainment, mariachi, salsa, and many other genres of Latino music and dance. Food is an important part of Cinco de Mayo, and there will be plenty of delicious dishes at the festival. Vendors and food trucks will serve up the best of the best, from traditional favorites to the latest in Mexican fusion. Don't miss Cinco de Mayo Fest at Pershing Square Saturday, May 6th from 3:30 to 11 p.m. Log on to laparks.org/Pershing Square for more event details. Join the LA City Department of Cultural Affairs for the Bangladesh Independence Day Festival and Parade. This year's event promises to be more colorful and exciting than ever before. Enjoy marching bands, equestrians, motorcycle riders, and honored community guests. Also along the parade route, beautiful dance groups display the proud heritage of the people of Bangladesh. Among the distinguished guests, LA City Council member Nithya Raman will be in attendance. At the festival, you'll be able to enjoy more dance, music, youth talent shows, and plenty of authentic food. The Bangladesh Independence Day Festival and Parade takes place Saturday, May 6th and Sunday, May 7th. The event is free and open to the public. Log on to bufla.org for the full schedule of events. The LA Public Library invites you to the Koreatown branch for DFest, a day that celebrates the importance of literacy for children of all backgrounds. The day-long event will feature English, Spanish, and Korean performances, crafts, storytime, read-alouds, and more. DFest is a nationally recognized initiative that emphasizes the importance of literacy for children, connecting them to the world of learning through books, stories, and libraries. Literacy helps children recognize and respect culture, heritage, and language as powerful tools for strengthening families and communities. Celebrate DFest, Saturday, May 6th from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. at the Koreatown Branch Library. For more information, log on to lapl.org/events. And that's a look at some things to do.
And that's it for this edition. I'm Natalia Bilbao, and from all of us here at LA This Week, thank you so much for joining us. A reminder that you can catch us online at LACityView.org, and we're also on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. See you next time for more LA This Week.